Could someone press live on the phone?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Uh, do, do, da. Cool.
Yeah,
Live.
Oh, we live.
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 That new
Yeah,
new.
on that Instagram and I don't know about the webcam on Facebook and Twitch and YouTube, but maybe it's also live.
We
Yes,
live
sir.
Is it? Hell yeah!
on the Kick It podcast.
Boom. And now there is a visual. Hey,
Oh well, let me share
Eee.
this then.
Bet I gotta do the same.
Yeah,
Are we all doing this? Should I do
Y-
it too?
yes.
yeah. Let's all share it,
If you have a Facebook, yes. You got an Instagram,
please.
that too.
Hell yeah!
Everybody tuning in, write some comments, share, like, subscribe.
Save. Don't forget the new algorithms. Save that shit. Save, share, like, comment, or comment like.
Subscribe to my
Yeah,
channel so I can keep on drinking if I get paid for it.
yeah, dude. We're still
Aw.
waiting for those big sponsors, but to everybody who helps us out and brings a 6 pack and a 12 pack every now and then, thank you so much. We appreciate it every single time that you come to the studio with that in your hands.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Kicker Podcast, coming to you live from Oceanside. It is a Wednesday. I know we haven't been doing a couple of episodes on Wednesdays last couple of weeks, but it's been pretty fucking hectic. So I apologize for that, but we are back. You guys know who we are. And with that, we are going to get straight into our guest, Ms. Blush.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bet.
Thanks for inviting me.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Swell.
Swell.
Splendid.
All right, bet. So, you ready for tonight to kick it?
Yes, totally. I've been
Hell
waiting for it.
she has.
I'm not ready.
I've been seeing your posts the past couple of days saying that you're anxious and you're really excited to be on the show, and we do appreciate you.
Yeah, totally.
And originally, where we got to know you from is where most of our guests come from.
Mhm.
Shout out to the main event show and the Smoke Dog and the rest of the posse and the
Smoke
crew.
Dog, main
Yeah.
event,
Eh,
Oceanside Brewery.
How'd you like the OBC?
I loved it. Of course, I was telling you guys about the Pillow Talk.
Mm-hmm.
The brewers there, no, that's my drink. That's my usual. Now that I go there, so I'm really digging it. I like the vibe there.
I see. The
Yeah.
first time we met you and I, it was on open mic on a Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, and we're both pretty tipsy that night. I was gonna
Yeah.
lie.
For sure. Yeah, I was too. Yeah.
bet.
I remember it, but like vaguely.
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Pillow Talk got me.
A little bit of pillow talking just got you, huh?
Freaking pissed.
All right, bet. Well, could you let our viewers give you or get to know you? Give them a little
Yeah,
listen.
definitely. Some people know me like I've been in a punk band before, and then I've also been in like a hip hop duo.
Mhm.
But like if we go way back, like music wise, I used to play clarinet like in high school and like band, like junior high, high school. So that was like the very beginning, and then I was in like um a youth group band in
Okay.
high school for a little bit, and I played keyboard, so that was really fun. Shout out to Joey and Lisa Roundtree. I just recently got reconnected with them, so it's been really cool to see how far we've come in like the last 15 years. But I just had to talk about that because I'm really excited to have them back in my life. And then after that would be in my early 20s, the punk band, like I was saying. And that was called Straight to the Head, or STTH. I talked about it a little bit with the main event. But it's kind of like we've been trying to get it back together, but there's just some discrepancies. And so I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but hopefully soon, fingers crossed.
True. Okay.
And then after that, I did a little bit of I was in a hip hop trio, and then it turned to a duo um, called Burp Music, which I'm still writing stuff for. But I think I was telling you earlier that like I haven't performed in like 4 years, and the last thing I did was Burp like live. but then I got pregnant and my music partner moved away, and yeah, it's just been like I've been a mom, so the last few years, and then COVID.
Hmm.
So it's just kind of been like that's like a brief history of everything, but yeah, I'm just trying to get back out there after COVID, and now that my son is like not an infant anymore, he needs me, but like also I'm able to kind of do my thing now and kind of like show him what his mom's all about and everything. So
Pave the way.
yeah,
Paving the way. That's right. That sounds one hell of a journey. Roller coasters, right?
yeah,
Ups and downs.
Big
definitely.
roller coasters, dude.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. I kind of like breezed through that super quick, but there was just a few things that I missed on the main event that I was like, I need to talk about this tonight because I didn't mention it last time. So
And especially being in bands and duets, or working with other people, it's a
mhm.
relationship itself.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and it's really hard. Like I love collaborating with other people, whether it's art or photography or music, um, just like all kinds of stuff. But also with artists, I know firsthand from myself, like um, we're very dreamy and willy nilly. And I don't want to say flaky, but like artists and musicians can kind of be flaky. And like, it's just hard to kind of keep things going sometimes, when like there's so many different ideas and dreams and things happening, But when it does happen, it's like the greatest, most magical thing in the world. I think. I love it. I
Bet.
still love collaborating. It's just difficult sometimes.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And you some of the bands you mentioned, it was a lot of different genres actually.
Mhm.
Was that easy for you to transition from genre to genre, or was it something you had to work on?
Um, it was semi difficult. I would say it was like it gradually helped me get out of my shell more. Like each thing, like band was one thing and you were like on stage with like 60 different kids.
Hmm.
So it was like if you messed up, no big deal. But like then when I was in the youth group band, it's like, oh, I'm the only keyboardist. If I mess up, like people might hear it. And then I was kind of doing backups, but again, I wasn't like the lead or anything. So
Mm.
it was a good learning experience. And then after high school, once I got to the punk band, it was like not all hell broke loose, but it was just like I was really able to kind of like explore how far I could go,
Hmm.
like my boundaries and just like not really giving a fuck, just like really going for it and like breaking out of my shell more. And then with the hip hop, I was kind of able to focus on more of like vocally what I wanted to create rather than like just coming out of my shell. I was able to really like focus on what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, and like on writing and like what I wanted to portray to the world.
I bet.
Yeah.
Knowing how I dabble myself in the scene, in the punk scene too. Shout out to Hellmarsh one more time. You tell me it wasn't one of my favorite episodes of those guys. Just expressing yourself and going to shows and just being free.
Mhm.
It's like if you're pissed off at the world, that's where you express it through the music and also
Mhm.
like through the mosh pit too.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of friends who I mean, my brother got me into like hardcore and like screamo and stuff, but then once I got into punk and like went to punk shows, my friends really like they're like, "You're coming in the pit with me." Like and it was just a lot of fun. Shout out to Janet if you're listening and Nikki. Y'all always got me out in the pit. And Angie too. Y'all know who you are.
Damn. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
So right now with both of your styles, like what do you like producing the most?
um I probably like hip hop more because it's more I don't know. It's so experimental, like I don't know, they kind of go hand in hand. It's hard. Like my favorite hip hop and punk artist is Beastie Boys. Their very first album was a punk album, and then they also did a bunch of hip hop like we know. But a lot of people don't know about their punk album. So I don't know, I feel like punk and hip hop can go hand in hand sometimes, just depending. But like producing with my vocals, probably just like the kind of hip hop I do. It's more experimental, more like kind of Portisheady sometimes, but kind of more. It could be more happy, kind of like a Fergie, Black Eyed Peas kind of thing. Not that I have her vocals, but I'm just saying like that kind of happy-go-lucky vibe. It's like one or the other, you know.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I feel I can express myself more with the hip hop.
Oh, interesting,
Bet.
interesting. So as a female artist, how do you feel the industry has been like catered towards women? Like, how is it? Do you see a difference between the way it helps men and women?
Yeah, like how is it for you out there at shows or like when you go and present your material?
Um, I've definitely had some difficulties. I think just like I said, breaking out of my shell, finding my voice, but also like um finding like a good happy medium of assertion, you know, because I can definitely like be forward with people, but then to some people that's very off-putting. So but then I if I'm too much of a pushover, then like I get walked all over, you know, and I think as a woman it's really hard to find that happy medium. um I've definitely like had issues with some partners in the past of like I go to all the shows that they booked, but then like anytime I booked a show, they don't want to go, or like anytime I want to do something, they're like, "Oh no." And this isn't any one person. This has just been like multiple experiences in my past, you know. They're like, "Oh no, never mind. I don't think I can do this. Like I have too much on my plate," which like I get, you know, like I also have a lot on my plate as a woman. I'm a single mom. Like I'm trying to get back in the industry and like um COVID, you know, like we all are facing this same traumatic experience, but um I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's unfair, but then I'm like, you know, we all face things that are not fair, so it's just like keep pushing and like finding the motivation is kind of like where I'm at right now, whether or not I have other people on my side, you know.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Shit. That's a
Yeah.
good way to put
Yeah.
it. Oh yeah.
Nah, man, that's crazy though. So tell us a little bit more about your own music. How's that going right now?
Well, my own music, I've always also done, I forgot to throw in there. I've always done like acoustic, kind of like coffee shop esque type stuff, lots of covers. I have a few of my own kind of like singer songwriter style songs, but they're not recorded. But that's just kind of something that I do. Excuse me. Um, on my own time to kind of like keep in practice, kind of a solo project, but it's not really like until I find my groove again with like another band or excuse me, sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
Once
No issues.
it's these damn Trulies. The
Yeah.
seltzers always get me. Once I like find my groove again with like another band or I am writing with Burp, Remarkable, shout out Rome. Um we are writing, but again that is long distance, so it's just been kind of like a slow moving process with
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
Um but I'm hoping to just kind of dabble in all of it again. I don't know. I just this has always been my calling, and like I am getting old, but like I'm not trying to be famous, but I just want to do like music locally and just kind of do what I love, you know. This has always been what I wanted to do, and yeah, whether it's going to be like singer-songwriter style or like another band or like more hip hop, I don't know. It's just going to I'm just going to keep doing all of it, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you open to
Oh
like
yeah.
doing feature projects?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Yeah, like I just remade like my Lady Blush page is definitely new for music now that I'm getting back into it.
Mhm.
I have my personal page, but that's kind of like me and my son and like, people who like really know me, I kind of want on that page.
Hmm.
But like Lady Blush is public, and that's going to be where I'm posting all my music, past stuff like past pictures, past videos and stuff, clips, but also new stuff that I'm working on, and hopefully new future projects. I'm talking to a few people, but it's like it's all talk until it really happens, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about Bourbon, how that came to be.
So Burp was really, really cool. Y'all are y'all on SoundCloud? I mean, kind
At
of.
one point, yeah, I think we were all on SoundCloud.
Yeah, I got a few tracks out there in the SoundCloud
Yeah,
universe.
same,
You
dude.
know,
I'm
Yeah.
sure I have like one or
where-
two on SoundCloud. I
that
don't
was like
fucking
when I
know.
was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's how long ago it was, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, I still have my SoundCloud, but it's just kind of the stuff I've kept on there for like forever. But I met um Remorser Beats on SoundCloud, and I was like, "Yo, your beats are sick." Like I was just so into hip hop then, and I was like, "Let me buy your beats," and like he had a pretty good deal, and he was from Oceanside, so I was like, "Fuck yeah." And then from his page I found our friend Remarkable, and I was like, "Yo, let me buy some of your beats too." And so I did, I'm pretty sure, or I was definitely in communication with both of them. And then Remorser's like, "Yo, I'm working on like this EP, like you should come out and sing some music." And then he was living in San Diego at the time, and I went down, and then I walk in the room and he's like, "Yo, this is my friend Remarkable." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, like you guys know each other?" He's like,
Mm.
"Yeah, I've known him since I was like 12 or like, some ridiculously young age." He's like, "I've known him forever. This is my boy." I was like, "I've started following you, and then I started following you, and I love both your beats, and now we're all in the same room making music. Like this is insane." It was just crazy. Like I think I mentioned earlier the manifest destiny. Like I wasn't trying to manifest it, but I did because I was like, both these beats are so sick. These dudes are so cool. And yeah, that's how it happened. It just kind of was magical.
Small world.
Yeah.
It really is a small world out here.
Yeah, especially for real, Oceanside, dude. Like somebody knows somebody out here in Oceanside.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets smaller and smaller every day.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
I call it a big city with a small town mentality.
Hmm.
But shout out to Jesse. He's asking no Spanish podcast. Nah, bro, we'll be hitting that back up at a future date.
Pronto, bro.
Yeah. Jerry is saying, "¿Qué pasó, raza? How you doing, bro?
So,
Thank you for tuning
Jerry,
in."
shout out to Arizona and all my people out there.
Hey Z, what up?
But yo, I want to go back to like the genre thing. Which of the genres was what was the most difficult for you to do?
um I would say probably like just stylistically, punk was probably harder because it was like definitely a lot more screaming than I
Mhm.
was used to. I mean, I love emo and I love hardcore screamo. Like I said, in high school, I definitely grew up on that, like early 2000s. If you know, you know. um, but I wasn't really like screaming to it. I was more like singing. And so once I got in the punk band, I really had to like let loose. And then, like, not only that, but I had to like, as much as I could, like, get out of my comfort zone and like jump around stage or like, not necessarily dance, but I just had to be more energetic than I'd
Mhm.
ever been on stage. So, like, that was definitely like, um, a lot on my like breath
Mhm.
and just I mean, I told you guys earlier I'm not good at memorizing stuff, so like remembering words and like jumping around and like screaming but not screaming too much, and like also, yeah, just everything. That was definitely a lot. It was a time of my life. I loved it so much. Like I would go back to punk for sure, but um it was definitely a lot harder. I don't know. Yeah, that would be my answer.
Day, that's nuts. So you were just straight vocalist in the band?
Yeah, in the band I was just vocalist.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened there, they started off, the two lead singers were husband and wife, and it was the band was named after them. So their name was Steve and Betsy Head,
Okay.
and they named it Straight to the Head. But when they moved to the East Coast, the guitarist who I know, Johnny Rocker, asked me to join the band. So I did, and I was only like 20 at the time, maybe 21.
Mm.
And I was the youngest person when I did join. So I was just kind of singing songs they already had established, which for me was fine, but I was still like learning how to like do all the punk stuff, you know? So I was glad that I didn't have to like write anything right away, but we were kind of working on a second album at one point, but we did split up. I don't even remember when and or why or how, but we did at some point, and we've been trying to get back together. We've had a few rehearsals, but just hasn't stuck necessarily.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's how the name came along and everything.
That's
So.
a pretty cool name, actually. Straight to the head.
Straight to
Yeah.
the head. Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Damn. Okay. And it was named because of the husband and wife, or like the lead singers originally.
Yeah, originally, yeah. And yeah, I think once we like kind of split, they were like, maybe you guys should make a new name. But honestly, I really don't know. I'm going off of what my guitarist has told me. So
Mm-mm.
um yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have any new projects pending right now?
Just kind of working on some more solo stuff. Writing some more burp. My other friend who is like new to like my music friends, his name is Van Bates. He's also known as Black Hesher. Some of you might know him. Shout out also. He gave me like a bunch of beats. I want to say like the beginning of quarantine. And so I've kind of been writing to it. I don't know if it's going to be solo or if I'm going to have people come on the projects. But that's also more of like a hip hop kind of pop vibe. Um, but yeah, I'm not really sure where it's going, you know. I'm still in the writing process. Um, and then I do want to do like an acoustic album, but it's just I'm not really sure where that would be going yet either. I have like 2 originals and then I might do some covers, but
That sounds badass, actually. Just a straight acoustic with your guitar and
yeah.
vocals. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I kind of want to like do some just because like if I do have a guitar, that's what I can do for people, you know, and I'm like I don't know. I've like faced a lot of death in the last year and I'm like if it anything happens to me, I want to like leave something for my son to like look back on and be like this was my mom like to the core, you know. But we'll see. I want to do it all, you know. So, it's just time and motivation.
So
Facts.
earlier I heard you say you played the clarinet, you played the keyboard,
Mhm.
you play the guitar. How many instruments do you know how to play?
Um I would 3, those 3 and then singing. So 4.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I can't really play harmonica. I could like fake it, but I'm really not
That's
that
tough, actually.
I'm
a
not even good at
harmonica.
faking it. I won't even like I won't even find. um yeah, just those 3 and singing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried using some of your instruments in your own music?
No, I mean I haven't played the clarinet in forever. Like so the clarinets take a reed and like my
Mhm.
reeds are probably like over 10 years old. Like probably like 13 years old, you know.
Yeah, now it's
Probably
time
where
to
it
replace
goes.
those reeds.
Yeah, I know. I don't really I mean, I'm sure I could still play it. It's been so long. I'm like I never crack it open. So mostly just stick to my guitar. And
Mhm.
then if I'm not in the mood, then I'll play keyboard.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
one of those is your favorite though?
Guitar.
Guitar.
Yeah, guitar is my favorite. I'm not even that good at it. I'm just like a rhythmic guitarist, but I can sing while I do it. So that's like what I like doing the most.
This is dope. This is
Yeah.
dope.
There were some people that's pretty difficult to be stringing out the guitars and still like singing out the lyrics
Yeah,
that you're
because
doing.
I
You know,
think it hurts your fingers or something, right? Like if you try to just like pull on the guitar strings.
if you do it by hand, but then you know you got your guitar pick. You know,
Mm.
but still like you know when you're in
Yeah.
a rush, sometimes
But
you
but
just
what do you
brush
think
it.
gives you like a better control, like your fingers or the pick?
Well, it depends. Like if
Yeah.
you can finger pick, like I don't know how to finger pick. So for me, I like the pick, but sometimes it's too loud, and so like I have to strain my voice to sing over it. So sometimes I just play with my finger and not finger picking, but just like using my thumb instead of the pick, you know?
Hmm.
Like I
Okay.
can't like do solo, I can't like move my fingers around super fast. I'm not like a soloist.
Mm.
But it just depends on the mood, I guess, of the song.
Ah,
If it's a
interesting.
softer song, no pick. But if it's a louder like rock song, then yeah, pick for sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Good answer. Fucking A.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. So
Yeah, no, it makes sense, dude. Especially like if you're playing an electric guitar, like it would probably pick up a whole lot more noise than just like hitting it with your finger.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, and then yeah, with an electric, you can like turn the volume up and down too, you know?
Oh,
And
oh,
or
that's
like you have
right.
a pedal or like I mean, I don't even use pedals. I just like watch people use them. I'm like, that is so badass. But you can definitely manipulate the sound that way, you know?
Okay, yeah, because I've seen pedals, but I really don't know what the hell they do. I don't know
Hmm.
shit about guitars. I ain't gonna lie.
They change up the sound waves and whatnot. Yeah. That's why I say getting to the punk scene, you get to learn like, like
Hmm.
the real how do you say? How would you put it?
Like the sound waves. Of,
Like mastering the craft, like down to like your drums, to like your guitars, to like the bass of it, and
Mhm.
like the lyrics too. And like I said, when you're in a band, it's a relationship, so you gotta make time to show up for practice,
Mhm.
and you gotta practice the whole album. This is just
Yeah.
experience seeing
yeah,
just
no,
Hell
and it's
March what they
crazy
do.
because you have
Yeah.
to perform that shit, and everybody has to have like the certain
Mm-hmm.
volume level and shit, so that it
Yep.
can sound good. Like it's a trip, man.
and even
Yeah.
besides, everybody has to be like on the same wavelength. You know.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if one person's off, like it could throw the whole thing off for sure.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But it's also like, you know, true musicians, the show must go on, like no matter what you're going through. Like
Hell yeah.
everything, you know, even if you have work, it's like you still gotta get through that shit, make that money, you know. So um yeah, I forgot. I kind of lost my point there.
No, no
Sorry.
worries.
How did you get your name, Blush? How did that come about?
Okay. I'm glad you guys asked because I did go over this in main event like slightly, but I didn't get to go over all of it. So
Mm.
what I said at main event, it kind of started. I was in an all girls graffiti crew, which I'm no longer
Oh,
in.
sick.
Yeah, I wasn't really good at like painting or drawing and stuff, so I was like, you know, I'm just gonna focus more on music. Um, so I did that, but the way it came about, like I had a different name, um, which is unimportant right now, but I had a different name, and one of my old homies, Empty, rest in peace. He's known in the game, and he's given a lot of us names before, but we were at this party and he was like hitting on some chick who wasn't really into like what he was talking about, you know, like graffiti and stuff. She was like, okay, cool, like whatever. And he was like, yeah, your name should be Blush. And I was like super drunk across the table and I was like, yo, no, wait, that's a cool ass name. Like,
She's like, "Fuck her, give me that
yeah, I was like,
name."
wait a minute. Like, she doesn't care. I need this name. Like, this is my name. And then, sorry, I'm like pounding on the table.
No,
No,
My
you're
you're
bad.
good.
good. You're good. I can see the excitement. It's like I had to get that name now.
Yeah, I was like, that's a great name. I need that name. And like, not only that, like, I'm wearing a lot of makeup right now, so you can't tell, but like, when I don't have it on, I have very naturally red cheeks. And so I was like, this is perfect for me. Like, I always have red cheeks. You guys always say this. We all know this. And like, that's just super cute. And like,
I can see you
so
popping a little bit too.
yeah, when I get warm or if I'm drinking, it
Yeah.
kind of pops out. So it kind of like came from that. It was kind of graffiti, but kind of like not really because I wasn't really writing that much at the time, but I kind of stole it from someone giving it to someone else. It's like, no, that's my name. So I don't know. I guess I gave it to myself, but not really.
Now you just took it.
I just took it. Yeah, I just owned it.
It's like, this
claimed
chick
it.
is not worthy.
So that's how it came about. And then once I was doing the hip hop, I kind of started going by it harder and just like more often. And so, yep, some people know me as Blush, some people know me as Sally. So it's pretty much what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
Taking it by force. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, she said, "I want that shit."
Nah, that's
Take
good
it.
because that other girl didn't seem worthy of that name either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, she didn't even fight you or say anything. Like, didn't even
Nah.
toss the beer at your face.
And
Nothing.
as a
like,
graffiti
what?
name too, that shit's pretty fucking dope, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not good at S's. Like my actual name starts with an S, but and then Blush has an S in it. But like every time I write an S, it looks ridiculous. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not really good at this. I'll just let all my friends do it and like, yeah, they can write my name or something.
Just make it seem like I was here.
Yeah, and I'll just like do music and that's how I'll contribute.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, what's next for Blush?
um what's next is just finishing up some songs with Burp, Remarkable, probably working on that acoustic album, like I said. Um, and then yeah, finishing up those songs that Van gave me, those beats that he gave me.
That.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So a lot of work, huh?
A lot of work, yes, and then finding the motivation has been hard because yeah, it's just it's hard to like I don't know, music is like working for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
it's like one of my friends told me, he's like, you have to make sure it's like, you know, you go to a job, like a minimum wage job for 8 hours a day, you have to find that same time to put into it, you know? And I have like the ideas brewing in my head, but just finding the time, and especially like, you know, I'm a mom. I'm not just like waking up hungover all the time. I'm like I have a kid that's like crawling on my back and like, you know.
Right. It's kind of hard to like balance that and like what
Mhm.
you need to do versus what you want to do.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, just having the time to do it. And then like when I do finally have like a moment to myself, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna like sit in bed for like an hour by myself and watch Netflix. You know, and then I fall asleep and then I'm like, oh well, there goes my day.
Yeah, no, I find that
Yeah.
very relatable sometimes.
Especially
I
in
feel
COVID, you know,
it.
during COVID, it's just been so easy to do that. Like I wasn't like that often before, but now I'm just like, Netflix sounds nice. Hulu.
Disney Plus.
Mhm.
Yes, it's pretty hard if
Yeah,
once,
all
once you
those
fall.
streaming services,
Mhm.
just like iHeartRadio and Twitch and all that YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
YouTube. And what you can find at the Kicker, you can find the Kicker podcast on as well too, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Seriously, subscribe to my YouTube
Yeah,
channel.
soon you might even find us on Amazon, dude. Shit, who knows?
You never know. Well, Ms. Blush, thank you so much for your time. Could you tell people
Thank
one more time where to
you.
find you?
For real.
Yes. So on Instagram, it is Lady Blush, but it's LADI.blush. And that's just regular blush. And that's where you can find me. I'll be posting there all my stuff upcoming. And yeah, just keep an eye. Follow me. Subscribe. Well, not subscribe, but follow, you know.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Everybody else watching, we're done with this, but there's going to be some more stuff that we're going to be working on off the camera. Before we dip, I want to give a quick shout out to Trust Me Vodka and to our sponsor, Full Metal Burgers, the best burgers in North County.
Oh,
We
I've
don't
actually
need
had
fries.
them. They're really great.
Dude,
I've
they're
had their
bomb.
burgers. They're really good.
Hell yeah. See, she knows.
I know what's up.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming through. Brucey, would you mind kicking this segment off, out,
Kicking the segment off for
or
the first
out?
part, huh?
I'm
Bet.
not really sure.
But, shit. Wednesdays we're all a little bit off, right? We
Yeah.
just we just got switched back to being to English instead of Spanish. Of course, we got the homie Juan in the back.
Sorry, man. No Spanish today.
Those poor bastards. But we will be back with those contents very much soon. Until then, we're going to be kicking in with more interviews. Like I said, Lovely Bush, I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, thank you
kicking it
guys for
with
having
us.
me. This was really fun.
No problem. Hope you come back in the near future.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. And well, stay tuned. Keep drinking up with us. Keep smoking up with us, because we will be right here in the studio, just kicking it.
Gee-
Choo choo.